Several senior House Democrats have called on President Joe Biden to abandon his re-election bid during a private call convened by Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. The nearly 2-hour call included forceful appeals from Reps. Jerry Nadler, Adam Smith, Mark Takano, and Joe Morelle. Other members, such as Reps. Jim Himes, Zoe Lofgren, Don Beyer, and Rick Larson, expressed concerns about Biden's path to the November election. The Beyer spokesperson clarified that Beyer supports Biden, countering reports suggesting otherwise. This call for Biden to stand down follows his recent ABC News interview, which did little to alleviate concerns about his viability among lawmakers. There are also reports of Senate Democrats planning discussions on Biden's future, led by Sen. Mark Warner. Jeffries has remained mostly silent on Biden's future, but his recent social media post quoting a Bible verse suggests ongoing contemplation. Democratic discontent was also voiced by Sen. Peter Welch, emphasizing the necessity to win the election through pragmatic decisions rather than relying on divine intervention.
The Democratic Party in turmoil this morning, just 4 months from Election Day and weeks before the nominating convention. More Democratic lawmakers are abandoning the president. ABC's Selena Wang joins us now from the White House with the latest. Good morning, Selena.
Hey, good morning, Gio. President Biden is trying to stop the bleeding, but panic in the Democratic Party is only spreading. More donors and allies I'm speaking to say the president is in denial about his ability to defeat Donald Trump.
This morning, crisis in the Democratic Party deepens. Now a 5th Democratic lawmaker calling for President Biden to drop out of the race. Congresswoman Angie Craig from Minnesota saying, "I do not believe that the president can effectively campaign and win against Donald Trump." More lawmakers could soon join the chorus. Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is planning to hold a meeting with Democratic leaders in the House this afternoon, sources tell ABC News. And ABC News has also learned Senator Mark Warner is working to get a group of Senate Democrats together to discuss whether Biden should step aside. Senator Tammy Baldwin from Battleground, Wisconsin, says she'll have lots of discussions with her colleagues when Congress reconvenes on Monday.
I'll be seeing and interacting with my colleagues. I'm sure we'll have lots of discussion.
But when George Stephanopoulos asked what Biden would do if top members of Congress asked him to step aside, the president was defiant.
Well, it's like, we're not going to do that.
You sure?
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Look, I mean, if the Lord Almighty came out and said, Joe, get out of the race, I'll get out of the race. The Lord Almighty's not coming down.
More donors are sounding the alarm after that interview. Mega donor Reed Hastings, the co-founder of Netflix, saying Biden is unfortunately in denial about his mental state. He needs to step aside to let a vigorous Democratic leader beat Trump.
They're trying to push me out of the race. Well, let me say this as clearly as I can. I'm staying in the race.
Even after Biden's fiery campaign rally in Wisconsin on Friday, not all voters there were convinced.
How would you say this rally changed or didn't change your perception of the president?
Well, I wouldn't say it changed my perception of the president. I mean, I think what happened last Thursday night was worrisome.
Thursday made me worry, and I think he's bounced back in this kind of setting. I want to see him in other settings.
The Biden campaign believes they can still turn things around by getting the president out on the trail more. He's making 2 campaign stops in Pennsylvania today, but many in the party are saying there's really not much the president can do to change his image. The damage, they say, is already done. Whit.
Selena Wang for us. Thank you so much.